Hi, good day. I'm here to discuss to you about factoring polynomials. Do you have any idea about factoring polynomials? So if you haven't your idea, let's now proceed. There are different factoring techniques that we are going to discuss. The first one is GCMF, or factoring polynomials with greatest common monomial factor. The second one is DOTS, or factoring the difference of two squares, followed by SDTC, or factoring the sum or difference of two cubes. The fourth one is PST, or factoring a perfect square trinomials. And the last is GT or QT, or factoring the general trinomials or quadratic trinomials. Are you ready? Okay, so let's have the first type of factoring. We have factoring polynomials with GCMF. By the way, can you still remember the type of polynomials? How many types of polynomials do we have? Yes, we have four types of polynomials. We have the monomial, binomial, trinomial, and multinomial. When we say monomial, that is a polynomial with exactly one term. When we say binomial, that is a polynomial with exactly two terms. When we say trinomials, we have exactly three terms, while multinomial is a polynomial with four or more terms. So the first example that we have is 3x squared minus 6x. Can you determine the kind of polynomial is it? Yes, it is a binomial. So to proceed in factoring, we have to follow the steps. The first step is for you to find for the GCF of the numerical coefficients. So we have the numerical coefficients 3 and 6 or negative 6. So you are going to find for the greatest common factor of these two numbers. Do you know the GCF of 3 and 6? Yes, we have 3. Okay? Okay. So we have to write down 3. And then since the two terms have the variable, so you are going to find for the variable with the least exponent. When we say least exponent, that is the smallest exponent. On the first term, the exponent is 2. On the second term, the exponent is 1. So therefore, you are going to use x raised to the first power, or if we have to take note that if the exponent is 1, you do not have to write 1 as the exponent. It is understood that you already have your exponent there. So we have here 3x as our GCMF. As I have said earlier, factoring is a reverse process of finding the products. So therefore, you are going to have, or you are going to express this as factors. So therefore, for you to find for the second factor, you are going to use division because you are going to find for the quotient. So you have 3x squared divided by the GCMF na 3x. So you have here x. And then the second term, negative 6x, will also be divided to the GCM of 3x. So we have negative 6x divided by 3x is negative 2. So we already have here the second factor or the quotient. So the factored form of 3x squared minus 6x will be 3x times x minus 2. Is there any question? Okay. So if you do not have your question, let's now proceed with the second example. So we have here 27y cubed plus 9y squared minus 18y. What kind of polynomial is it? Correct. we have here trinomial. So we have to observe the numerical coefficients. We have 27. The second one is 9. And the third one is negative 18. So you have to think of the greatest common factor of 27, 9, and negative 18. What number is it? Yes, the GCF is 9. And then you also notice that we have the variables. We have here y cubed, y squared, and y. So what should be the variable with the least exponent that you are going to use? Yes, you have here y. Okay? Since we already have the first factor or the GCMF, so we are now going to find for the second factor or the quotient. So we have 27y cubed divided by 9y is equal to 3y squared. Do you follow? Okay. Then we have 9y squared divided by 9y is equal to, yes, positive y. Then the last term, negative 18y divided by 9y is equal to, correct, negative 2. So we have here the factored form, 9y times 3y squared plus y minus 2. So let us now have the third example. 5n squared plus 15n. What kind of polynomial is it? Correct. It is an example of binomial. And for you to factor this out, again, you have to take note of the numerical coefficients 5 and 15 so that you can find for the greatest common factor. What is the greatest common factor of 5 and 15? Correct. The greatest common factor of 5 and 15 is 5. Okay. And then you have to observe the variables. On the first term, we have n squared. On the second term, we have n. So what do you think is common to these two terms? Correct. N is common to both terms. So we have here n. And we have to find for the second factor or the quotient. So we have 5n squared divided by 5n is equal to, yes, correct, we have n. Then we have 15n divided by 5n is equal to, correct, positive 3. Okay, so we have here the second factor n plus 3. So therefore, the factored form of 5n squared plus 15n will be 5n times n plus 3. Is there any question? Okay, so let's now proceed with the last example. We have 3a cubed b squared plus 6a squared b to the 4th power plus 12a b to the 6th power. So again, what kind of polynomial is it? Yes, we have 3 terms, first, second term, third term. So that's why it is a trinomial. And again, to factor this out, observe the numerical coefficients 3, 6, and 12 for you to find for the GCF. So what will be the GCF of 3, 6, and 12? Correct. You have 3. And then, for the variables, you have to take a look at the variables in each term. Yes, they have both A and B. But we have to take note of the exponent. In the first term, we have the exponent 3. On the second term, we have the exponent 2 in A. And in the third term, a has the exponent 1. So therefore, you have to use a. Correct. So we have here a. And then we have to proceed with the variable b. So we have all b here in our three terms. But you have to take note of the exponent. We have here 2, we have here 4, and we have here 6. So which is the least exponent of these 2, 4, and 6? Yes, we have 2 or square. So that's why we have here b is square. So we have the GCMF is 3AB square. And we are going to use that with our polynomial. So we have 3AQB square divided by 3AB square will be, yes, we have here a square. And then we have here the second term, positive 6a square b to the fourth power divided by 3ab square. The quotient will be, yes, we have here positive 2ab square. Correct. And then the last term, we have positive 12ab to the sixth power divided by 3ab square is equal to, yes, we have here positive 4b to the fourth power. So we have the factored form 3ab squared times a square plus 2ab square plus 4b to the fourth power. Is there any question? Okay, so I hope you understand or you understood factoring polynomials with GCMF so that on the next meeting, we can have another type of factoring polynomials or different kinds of polynomials. Bye!